Hello everyone, I'm Exodus from Hong Kong. It will be, the IDA delegates. It will be my honor to share my experience for dust cap protection. Okay, just a second. So mostly we consider there's a lot of methods to promote dust cap protection. And today my focus, I wish to give you all a new insight. So today will be related to Cappricio for Astronomy and Starry nights. Focus on music inspired by astronomy on night sky, and wish you all enjoy it. And as I mentioned, currently there are a lot of different methods to promote dust cap protection, and wish that innovation could be a new method to think out of the box. So, okay, to begin with, we always have a question about the relationship between science and arts. For music and astronomy, music is not simply aimed to be entertaining. We're not trying to conduct music for enjoyment, for relieving, for expression of personality, but we wish to deliver message for dust cap protection. We wish to generate some scientific data or research to music. For modern, there are a long history for astronomy music. Actually, it began with the Renaissance, the period of, I would say, a scientific revolution, a period. People are starting to study arts, philosophy, science, engineering, and they try to conduct a lot of invention. So it began with a universal music. Some people might say that it's a music of the spheres. Actually, it's an ancient philosophy to study the orbital resonance of science by form of music. I would consider it as they try to study science from different angles, from different aspects, such as mathematics, music, arts, sketching. There are a lot of possibilities. They won't have boundaries to limit their research, only focus on physics, on cosmology. They consider as a higher angle, a macro view. So the pioneer would be Kepler. It's really surprising that we all know he was a famous astronomer with his laws of planetary motion to study the orbits of planets around the sun. There would be a lot of, in most of our understanding, there would be a lot of calculation equations or ratio studies about physics, about mathematics, about astrophysics. It's not simply about calculation, about theoretical explanation. However, the third law, his third law of the planetary motion, was actually inspired by his music studies, his music research, which called the harmony of the world. It's really surprising that he's trying to reframe the understanding of planetary motion to consider as the notes of music. Simply consider as a single octave to represent the motion of planets, the distance, the periods, the orbits to the sun, around the sun. That might be, he tried to visualize all these abstract ideas, complicated calculation into something more understandable, more acceptable for the general public, or especially for people who are interested in light sky protection, who are interested in astronomy. However, they are studying science. They know much about humanity. However, because of Astro-Music, we can encourage them to engage in the period in our group to explore the dark sky protection. So actually, astrophotography is one of an example for combining science and arts. For more we consider, there's some consonance between the planetary motion and the movement. And he's trying to use some musical harmonies to demonstrate, to express his understanding on celestial motion and all these abstract ideas. We all know that there's no rockets, there's no astronautic development at that period of time. He tried to make it more interesting, to make it more inspiring. So how to promote dark sky protection by STEAM education? We all know that STEM have been launched for many years, and most of the time we focus on computer science, robotics, mechanics, AI technology. Actually, it would be a stereotype for STEM education. It could be a method, but not a field of study. So how can we truly promote the dark sky protection? And personally, I'm starting a project on STEM plus A, plus arts on astronomy, focus on astronomy. We're trying to connect it with other disciplines to make it more interesting, and we wish to find some new possibilities or new outcomes during the studies. As a case study, I come from Hong Kong. As a case study of Hong Kong, we know that Hong Kong has been one of the most diverse cities for light pollution. And rarely could we see the Milky Way galaxy or even the seasonal constellation in the urban area. Especially in Hong Kong, we have a science museum, a space museum. However, every time when we try to organize astronomy carnival, you can see how serious light pollution affects our observation and the promotion of the dark sky. Besides that, there are a lot of artificial lights, which will be disturbing for the observation, our research on the dark sky objects. Therefore, the most important thing is not simply the law regulation, but also the awareness of the general public. So how could we draw their attention? I would like to propose share with my personal experience with frame strategy. I simplify with 6 keywords. Dark sky. How can we effectively promote light sky awareness? The first letter is D, representing digital. There are a lot of meanings. Combine it with STEM education, we make it more interesting. If your target would be promoting to the primary school or secondary school or elementary school or universities, we have a target, we know what they're studying, and we could take advantage of the extracurricular activities to support the learnings. VR or AR technology to make it more realistic. We should magnify to optimize the importance of dark sky protection. What about the VFR special effects? Actually, it's a green screen technology what I'm using to produce my personal video. If you like to watch the scientific movies, actually it's a film by green screen. Okay, I would like to have a demonstration for my personal protection on Skype protection. Let's see. Yes, I'm trying. In the past few years, I've engaged in social media platform to promote dark sky through making vlog videos or educational videos, or we call it popular science channel, to take advantage, to make use of the green screen technology to produce video. And I'm sure that some of you might be familiarized with that. Currently, due to the COVID-19, we have to use the online learning. It would be a good media to support your teaching or learning or your presentation. So it would be a short demonstration for my protection. I'm trying to do something new, movie making. So, okay. All right. Okay. So really encourage you to start something new, take advantage of virtual technology, online platform, online media. So besides, it could be, we generate our traditional events. For example, stargazing, public lectures, workshop to make it digital. For example, Astro at Home, we try to make the events to be a 15 classroom, allows the children, allow the teenagers to learn through watching videos in online platform. Virtual stargazing, it could be a live show, a live channel in Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, whatever. Online conference, pretty suggests if you have opportunity to share, to talk more, it would be a good opportunity to having feedbacks from the general public. It's really important to build up a close relationship between advocates and the general public. We do need some feedbacks from the general public. It could be conducting some marketing research or analysis. We know what's the most interesting topics. I will talk more about it later. So another one would be the artistic. Consider arts to combine music and astronomy is one of my conducting. And actually I could simply demonstrate a music called Valentine was Set. So actually it is inspired by the DSO photography and combined with the Valentine's Day, and I tried to project something new for it. Okay, so yes, all right, this a short demonstration of it. Besides, I discovered a new interesting musical instrument, which is called the steel tongue drum, which is really we don't like the sound of it. Really, the sound was so great. Let me flip it on. So just it properly. Okay. So I make it upper. Okay. The sound was so great. If you would like to demonstrate some music performance, it was so great for astro music production. I could simply demonstrate one of my previous work. The melody of the planetary motions. I'm written for the let me see, for Jupiter and for the Saturn. Remember that time? It was written by last year, actually preparing for an astro music lectures. However, since we all know that Saturn has been the most number of moons discovered, so I've written a song for it, a piece of music of it. So simply demonstrate. Show. It was a selected chapter for my written music, the melody of planetary motion. Really, I do really like this instrument. It's really nice. Really, I would say it's really soft. You could relieve stress, and it was actually the music produced. I could take advantage of the sun to regenerate the celestial objects and observe. It could be regenerate from image or some data or some research. Besides astro music, space art would be another options for promoting. There would be a lot of effective media and implied message if you try to inspire and pass someone to know more about dark sky protection. Especially design, I start my design brand to promote popular science, to share night sky. It could be a new opportunity if you try to organize some workshops or exhibits to have some face-to-face communication. It would be really great to make the dark sky, to make it visualize. I would call it visualization of dark sky, of understanding, of virtual concepts, are recreational, to make something funny or interesting. It's really important to give the general public a good first impression. So I start a new character, an iconic character, Astroman. Actually, it was translated by Cantonese, Thiên Văn Nhân. So it would be a costume play for engaging. You can see I've used blue screen for filming, for production. And it's really encouraged you to start a popular science online channel or start something new a blog or vlog channel or a podcast to share with the general public your personal experience about astrophotography, stargazing, adventure, or the latest news about the regulation of the lighting in outdoors, or the conservation of species at nighttime. So try to find some topics really special. It could be related to astrophenomenon. Many people are interested about astrophotography, how you could draw their attention. It could be your personal experience, some special techniques, for example, 5 techniques for astrophotography, or how could you getting yourself to be well prepared for stargazing. So try to talk more, speak more, to having feedback, and you make adjustment to start easily. So K, knowing about what the learner is, learner center, to consider what they actually need, what they really care about. It could be open resources to have some DIY, handicraft making, experiential learning. As we all know that COVID-19, most of us might work at home, should be, online learning. So how could you take advantage of online media to share your ideas to the general public, to make your message more valuable? Besides, we should also consider another point, Learner Center, as I mentioned, we're not trying to focus on what we wish to teach, what we wish to express. However, we should consider what they wish to learn, what they are aware of. Just focus on the topics they care about. And you really need to highlight the importance of dark sky protection or the awareness of light pollution. It's really important. It could be data expression, comparison from your countries to other countries. Once you have a mindset and just take action, implementation is really important. Do not wait until someone have tried this before. Strongly recommend you to, if you are interested, consider design thinking, a method for problem solving, from problems that from you to define an issue, and you try to launch some progress to solve it. Consider different criteria. It could be a prototype, it could be an idea, it could be an online platform, whatever. It's really important to have your personal curiosity journey or your learning progress. As sustainability, actually inspired by the 17th Sustainability Development Goals from the United Nations, you could focus on some of the criteria you like or you care about. Actually, the sky protection could be related to anything. It could be related to quality education, how you promote it, or exchange ideas, take advantage of social media, online media, climate change, life on land, the night sky animals, how you could support them. More of that, you should always prepare yourself to be knowledgeable, to keep learning. Try to keep in touch with experts in your local community. Try to learn, get inspired from other disciplines. For example, I learned music. There's some inspiration from music, and I try to apply it on astronomy and create a new industry, I would say. Reading books, keep updating with the latest news about IDA or your local community. How could you react, or how you start an event to cooperate with others. So it's really important to keep yourself to be knowledgeable and keep your awareness on the latest developments of dark sky protection. Try to explore different platforms. It could be sharing platform, pitching platform. It could be an exploration for learning or getting feedbacks, having time for sharing with other people, entrepreneurs, from commercials, from or environmental protection, environmentalists, photographer, educator. Try to have connection with them. And I think the most important, the keyword is teaching is the best way for learning. Every time if you face that, you face a situation that someone is asking you some question that you might not be able to answer. And that point would be, it's not your weakness. It would be a good starting point for you to explore more, to learn more about it. So get started and make adjustment. Taking action is really important at all times. The last one is why, yourself. To know more about your abilities. It could be future abilities, problem solving, or you are really good at using computers, making movies, coding. There are a lot of possibilities for that. And also, internally, you build up your skills. Externally, you try to apply it. It's really important if you try to speak more. It's really important to have an effective communication to the general public. It would be our ultimate goal. And at the same time, you could try to engage in some public speaking. We all know that online media is really important. It's really ubiquitous. You can simply share your videos. I would say the documentation of what you're facing in your community. You just film a video and share with the general public. Don't worry about likes. Don't worry about the feedbacks or the response or outcome. You start learning, you keep learning. And after years, you look back, it would be a good starting point if you step on the first, you get the first step. And it's really good to have internet, try to connect with other enthusiasts of night sky or astrophotographer to get inspired, to have collaboration or coordination. A final reminder, I'll say, the self-reflection is really important to make feedbacks from yourself and set a short-term plan. It could be a macro view or a small goal, and you elaborate whatever. Get the first step, you make adjustment. There should be some outcome, I believe. Yeah, try to do it. Yeah, every YouTubers or every key opinion leaders, they do have a good starting. They do have face failures or something that they couldn't tackle. Problem solving skills to keep learning, getting well prepared of yourself, and to make sure that you would be persistent no matter what you're facing with. It's really important. So reminded that we have 7 keywords, dark sky, and wish you all good luck for future IDA engagement and supports. Thank you.